Tonight, over 53,000 people are going to sleep in New York City's shelter system, and that includes over 12,000 families. Almost all of those families are headed by single moms. The reason we created First Step was to help those women get the job skills they need, as well as the social service support so they can get jobs at living wages.
First Step is a 14-week job readiness program for homeless and low-income women.
I was searching for myself, trying to find who I am and what I wanted to do. And my best friend, she came with this paper and with a list of different programs, and First Step was on it, and I was like, yes, that sounds awesome.
I tell every new class that comes in, if you want something different, you have to do something different.
It came as a surprise that Lakisha had so many obstacles that she's faced over her lifetime. She came into the program and she was just so open and so happy to be there and provided all the support to other women. And in fact, we learned that she needed a whole lot of support herself.
My dad passed away when I was 7 years old. I thought that he passed away from a seizure and later found out that he had passed away from a drug overdose. My mom, she dove deeper into doing drugs, and we were taken from my mom and given to her mother, who was very verbally abusive. And she would say things to me like, you're gonna be just like your mother. You're never gonna amount to nothing. Found out my mom had HIV, and they told us, no, your mom is gonna die. You can't go back home with her. I lost it. And because I was still a ward of New York State, I bounced around, went from home to different homes until I aged out. After I aged out, I went to live with my grandmother again until she kicked me out.
The thing that struck me when I first met Lakisha, she looks so young and she's so vibrant. And you don't really realize that she spent years of her life. She had 3 kids right after she got out of foster care while she was still in college. And those kids were taken away from her. And she's been fighting ever since to get those 3 back.
After being denied for 5 years, I was just mentally, emotionally, spiritually just beaten.
At a certain point, she just had to stop, especially when she had Jaden.
In order for me to be a good mom to Jaden, I had to stop. Not because I wanted to. Never did I want to give up on him, and never have I given up on him. I had to stop. For myself, for my son, and even for them. After I had Jonathan, it was pretty much some of the similar issues I had with my other 3 children. So I would get a babysitter, then I would start a job, then have to quit the job because then the babysitter didn't want to do it anymore.
Lakisha, like so many other women, struggled with having a low-paying job and being able to secure childcare.
So that was pretty much my life before I embarked on my journey at First Step.
Phase 1 of the program is all classroom instruction, so we do 3 days of Microsoft Office training and 2 days of career development workshops that focus on resume writing, cover letter writing, and interview prep, and also social service-oriented workshops that look at self-esteem building, positive communication, and problem solving.
I came to First Step when I honestly didn't know who I was or where did I want to go and what were the things that I even could dream about at that time.
Phase 2 is the internship phase where we place women at work sites for 8 weeks.
The students love internship. That's where they feel like they're really putting everything they've learned into practice.
I decided to put Lakisha at the Coalition for her internship because of her infectious personality, and I know that the Coalition, there's always that interaction with the clients.
I didn't know what to expect, and when I got there, I found out that it was dealing with housing court, and because I had been through it, I was like, yes, I can do this. I know about housing court. I can do this.
She just brings a different level of empathy to the clients, and the fact that she wants to help people who've been in the same situation as she's been in. It just really speaks a lot to her character.
I said, Jackie, this is what I want to do. And she said, didn't I tell you we'll find out who you are? And I can honestly say, yes, like, you did, and you believed in me. And that was what's so important, is because she believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself for a time.
So we were fortunate enough to be able to hire an administrative assistant. At the time, Lakisha's internship was ending.
When I saw the job opening, I encouraged Lakisha to apply. I knew she'd be great at it, and everyone in the program loved her. In fact, she had 2 jobs that she was applying to at the same time, and she came to me to ask what to do, and I told her that she has to do what she loves, but that I highly suggest coming to the coalition.
I spent many telephone conversations and in-person meetings with Lakisha, helping her tweak her resume and her cover letter to make sure she could stand out amongst the other applicants and get the job she really had her heart set on.
Once I found out the position was mine, I kind of jumped up, and I was just like, are you serious? Is this for real? Yes!
It's uncanny how many people have, after I meet them, say, who's Lakisha? I just have to say thank you. Every call is just total franticness about people's situation, and the fact that she does listen and she does give them hope. It really means something to people when they come in that they ask for her specifically.
I am usually the person that calls the client and say, hey, this is Lakisha from the Coalition for the Homeless. It's time for you to come and pick up your check. And when they actually come and I get to meet them and I'm able to hand them the check and they're saying, thank you. Thank you to the coalition. Thank you for your help. I love it, because then we know that this is another family that's afforded to stay in their home.
First Step is so much more than getting people a job. We give people lots of different skills that are marketable, but we also provide this emotional support, the social service support. So women like Lakisha can get the self-confidence they need to build a bedrock for Jaden and Jonathan, and they can move on, move forward, and succeed as a family.
Without First Step, I wouldn't have my job, I wouldn't be the mom that I am today, and I wouldn't have the courage to fight to get my children again. I have never stopped thinking about them, and I have to thank First Step for that, because without going through that course, I wouldn't be where I am today. I needed to prove to myself and do it for myself. You can do this. It's not over for you. Your journey has just begun. And it started with my first step.